couple different things have been going on with Beyonce,
Yeah.
and maybe you should lead this topic because you're more knowledgeable on it than me. You told me about some stuff. I told you about some stuff, but you seem to know more of the premise of this.
So, just to backtrack a little bit before we even get to today's
Yeah, that's what I'm
main
saying, right? The
focus.
tickets is where it starts.
Yeah, so Beyonce announced her tour a few weeks ago. And then last week, I think it was last week, the pre sale started for the Cowboy Carter tour. And then subsequently, later on in the week, there was the general admission tickets, as far as I know. There was a lot of, so this happened over the course of, I think, a week and a half. I feel like the pre-sale happened towards the end of the week prior and went on for several days, and then it went into last week, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I'm wrong about the timing, but that's not super important. What the important part of this is that a lot of fans complained because I guess artists can opt in or out of dynamic pricing with Ticketmaster.
Hmm.
And yeah, if you find that, please correct me if I'm wrong about the opt-in. But from what I understand, when Ticketmaster does this dynamic pricing on pre-sales, that means that your ticket could be anywhere from, I don't know, $150, $200 to like $1,200. It
Right,
really just depends on the demand at the time that you are booking the tickets. So a lot of
right,
people complained that they bought like, I don't know, 200 level seats where they're used to paying like $300. I'm sorry, where they're used to paying like $200,
hmm,
and instead had to pay 800, 900, $1,000 to sit in the same section. Now, personally, I think it's silly if you go on to Ticketmaster and you go to buy these tickets and you expect to spend $300 or whatever it is, and then you walk away from it spending $1,200. To me, that doesn't make any sense. That's not what I
right,
came for. It's like when you go shopping and you say, I'm going to buy a coat and I don't want to spend more than $200. Well, if you go and buy a $900 coat, you completely miss the mark.
right.
So to me, it's just a silly thing to do. But this is what people were doing. So people were complaining about this. And then you have people in the same cities, in the same sections, comparing notes. And again, one person is like, I paid a G for this. Another person is like, I paid a buck 50 for mine. So people were upset.
Yeah.
And I think there was some confusion about whether it was resellers that were doing this, but it was not resellers. It was Ticketmaster. They were
Right.
going to the source where we all buy tickets for concerts, and that is the pricing they were getting. So I guess it was better once it opened up for the general admission, because general admission then opens up more seats, and you're not scrambling as much when it comes to dynamic pricing and whatnot. But fans were basically saying, listen, Beyonce needs to do something about the dynamic pricing. We
Mhm.
pay so many dollars for so many shows to go see her. Why does it feel like we're being taken advantage of just to go to her show?
So, so let's pause there.
Okay.
So this is a Routers article that's really
Uh-huh.
about another artist, but it
Yeah.
has answers to what you asked.
Okay.
And so let me just this is from September 5th, 2024. And it says what is dynamic pricing? Dynamic pricing, also known as surge pricing, is a strategy in which businesses push up prices at times of high demand.
Yeah.
This is commonly seen in airline ticket prices and hotel room rates during holiday seasons,
Right.
as well as Uber surge pricing during
Yeah.
peak traffic hours.
Right.
Then it asks, who is responsible for dynamic pricing? Ticketmaster has said
Mm-hmm.
that for concert tickets, artists or promoters are responsible for determining the number of tickets and set the value price of tickets. They can opt out of dynamic pricing if they want, and it is implemented only once Ticketmaster has their approval.
Right. So,
Meaning, so the question of people asking, why does it feel like Beyonce is taking advantage of us? The answer would be because she is and because she can.
right. Right. Because Beyonce's team knows, Beyonce knows that people are going to buy her tickets and people are going to sell out her shows.
Right.
So if you know that, why are you only charging $200? Or why not let the market do what it does if people are going to pay $1,200? And y'all and you know, I'm gonna talk to the Beehive directly. Y'all are also encouraging this behavior because what did y'all do? Y'all went in to spend $300 on a ticket and walked out with a $900 ticket. If we continue to feed the beast, we're going to continue to have this problem. There is already litigation to try to figure out what to do about Ticketmaster and Live Nation. But every time you go to buy tickets from your favorite artist and just have to have the pre-sale tickets and have $900 instead of the $300 you intended to spend, you are encouraging the artist. You are telling the artist that it's okay. If y'all would have walked away from those $1,000 tickets, we might be having a different conversation next time. It's cyclical. In order for the artist to be able to do it, the demand has to be there from the fans, and the fans have to buy into it. If they don't buy into it, the artist would be less inclined to do it because they'd be like, oh, look at last time when ticket sales went down because nobody wanted to pay for the dynamic pricing.
Well, I also think
That's one thought.
Beyonce has to carry some of this as well
Oh
because
yeah, I'm not blaming
Beyonce
the fans.
is Beyonce is allowing it,
Yeah,
or her management team is allowing it, however you want to look at it.
somebody
If
over
you don't
there
want
at
to
that
put the
camp approved it.
right. And so they are allowing it, and really they're telling fans, hey, this is a premium experience. Pay
Right,
top dollar or don't come.
right.
That's really what they're saying. Without saying anything, that's what that is saying. Hey, I'm going to try to get the most money out of you as possible. If you
Yeah.
don't like it, don't come.
And none of what I'm saying is meant to devalue Beyonce and her shows in any way. It's not to
Oh, no,
say
of
that there
course.
shouldn't be set prices. It's not to say that she shouldn't cost more than other artists out there. It's not to say any of that. But when pricing is fluctuating, so you don't really know what the real price is, that I have a problem with.
Yeah, me
Now,
too.
if they come up with flat rates and say, this is what a section 200 is, this is what a section 300 is, whatever, this is what floor seats look like, I'm
Right.
fine with that. Because I
Yeah.
think we all understand that concert tickets are expensive. I don't think anybody's, and I think we all understand that Beyonce tickets are going to be expensive.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the dynamic pricing, she's going to keep opting into dynamic pricing if people are going to keep paying the $1,200 for seats that are not worth $1,200. That shit doesn't make any sense to me. I'm like, what do y'all do in y'all normal lives? You just like say, okay, whatever. Some of the same people probably go to the grocery store for a box of cereal that they thought was going to be $4.99 and then it's $7.99 and they're like, nah, I just won't get cereal this time.
That's it.
That's really the decision. Like, I don't know,
Yeah.
but this
So in the
did
midst
lead
of that,
to. Oh, I was
Oh,
just
go
going
ahead.
to say, this did lead to another conversation among her fans because the same week, Saturday morning, I wake up and I go on the internet and people are even more pissed now. And the reason they're pissed is because a Beyonce perfume ad is being served to her fans. I never saw the ad myself. That's how I
Because
know.
you're not on that list.
Right. And I know a little bit about advertising. So I know what they did was they served everybody that probably engages with her, follows her, has ever maybe traveled from Instagram to her website or whatever. Those people were served these perfume ads after they had spent $1,000 on tickets to see her. Well, that's what took them over the edge. Because then I got online and people were like, is she in debt? Is she? Somebody was like, read the room, Beyonce, read the room. They were like, we don't have much. Somebody said, have her spray it in the air at the concert because we don't got it. I said, all right. Y'all are fed up.
Yeah.
But people were like, how dare she put out her concert tickets and days later expect people to buy perfume? Now, I just want to be clear. I don't think Beyonce did anything different than anyone else.
Probably not. Ooh, almost broke my whole thing.
Yeah, I don't think she did anything. So I'm not mad at the perfume thing. I just thought it was really funny that her fans were so pissed about this perfume ad. And I'm going to guess that they're pissed about the ad that came out today.
So today I see an ad. I'm just, watching some TV, minding my business. And I didn't even see, I heard first
Yeah.
some familiar music as I was looking down at my phone. And I look up, I'm like, wait a minute, I know this song.
The Cowboy Carter Levi's song. Mm-hmm.
It's Cowboy Carter.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, oh, okay. And then I see a woman with a cowboy hat at like a pool club, at a pool hall. I'm like, I know they ain't trying to put fake Beyonce in the ad.
No, they put real Beyonce in the ad.
And before I could figure out what was going on, because I was so thrown off by a couple things, the ad was over. I said, was that Beyonce or was that like some fake Beyonce? So now I had to leave what I was watching and go look up Beyonce and Levi's ad. And the ad is on Beyonce's official YouTube page.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's Beyonce in Levi's, selling Levi's just days later.
I'm waiting for the girls.
Because that perfume thing was less than a week ago, maybe
Yeah.
a week ago when we were recording this.
It was, yeah, it was over a week ago. It was not this past Saturday. It was the previous one.
So like the 15th?
Yeah.
All right, so it's 10 days later when we're recording this on the 25th. Yeah. And yeah, buy the Levi's, man. This is not an ad. They didn't pay us. I just was like, wow. So Beyonce is letting her fans know, I want all the money.
And I know you don't care for the ad. I think it's a cool ad. I mean, it does. I think the ad, for a 15-second ad, it does what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to sell the denim, and it does. But I'm curious to see how her fans react because
right.
I'm not buying no damn jeans. That's what I'm waiting for.
Well, if the jeans make your butt look like her butt in the ad, then probably not.
They're gonna send you a cease and desist.
I think Beyonce has a much better looking butt than she did in that ad. I'm actually dissing the jeans, not Beyonce.
No, I hear you.
I think Beyonce has a very nice butt. I don't want any beef with anybody. I'm just, responding to what you're saying. I think she's got a nice ass. And always has.
Beef.
I'm sorry?
I said you just want Beyonce's beef.
No, I'm just saying I think if maybe those jeans didn't serve her very well. Listen, everything we wear doesn't make us look our best.
Right.
Sometimes things enhance certain areas.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes they don't. You know, even me, I've put on a pair of joggers before, and I'm like, man, look like I got no ass in these joggers, none at all. And so I'm not dissing Beyonce. I'm saying if that's what the Levi's do, maybe don't buy the Levi's. That's all.
Right.
But I'm happy she's getting the money from her song being in it, the
Yeah.
money for her acting in it. Yeah, listen, get the money, Beyonce. I just think also Beyonce, maybe care about your fans a little bit.
Here's what I'm gonna say, and this might be popular among some and unpopular among others. Again, I'll say, I don't think Beyonce is doing anything different from anybody else when it comes to the rollout. I think the dynamic pricing thing is one thing, and I think that's something that she should be careful with because what goes up must come down.
Right.
And I don't think she's coming down anytime soon, but I think that is something that she should keep in mind, especially because her fans are so loyal and they will go to every show. I don't
Right.
ever hear a Beyonce fan say, "Oh, I went to the last one, I'm not going to this one." So I think I think I always say this, that your relationship with your fans when you're that big of a star is transactional. So I think it's something she should be mindful of because many people expressed that they didn't like it. But that doesn't change the fact that I think she's doing what anybody else would do, whether they're an artist, a music artist, or they've got some other product or service that they're selling. I think we are, I think people bundle a lot often, and we don't even realize they're bundling when they do that. And when I say bundle, I'm using that loosely. That's not a real term to describe what I'm saying, but the way she rolled out the tour announcement and then rolled out the tickets and then rolled out the perfume and then here comes the Levi's ad, and there's probably more where that came from. She's not doing anything different from anybody else. I think she's just more, her level of visibility. And I think the reason why this is so controversial is because of how involved her fans get with her and what she has going on and whatnot. And people have a breaking point. Fans have a limit too.
Yeah.
So,
And so do their wallets.
and so do their wallets. And I mean, we are not in the best financial times as a nation. Like, we're just not.
Right.
People are paying $8 for cereal.
Yep. Man,
So,
those eggs.
the only country that can't provide eggs to people for a reasonable price. So, that's been fact checked. So,
Yep.
yeah, like I don't know, but that's my 2 cents.